What's up, everybody? We're on episode number 5 of the Madera 1B1 podcast. We're here today with our guest,
George Mavrikes.
Abby Mavrikes.
Karen Mavrikes.
Karen. Some of my favorite people in the whole world. Don't tell them. Don't. I tried to keep this a secret, guys, but they're pretty cool.
As it's being recorded, we have this on video.
I know. These
For the record.
These podcasts have got me in trouble with my wife a little bit, guys. Let's get started. First things first, guys. I want to thank Bobby Gutierrez for sponsoring our show. He's with X Pest Control, and you can reach him at 559-479-0485. I actually called him today. They're doing some kind of mosquito stuff. They got like 1,000 packages in for to keep mosquitoes away, and I called them right away. I was like, "Bubba, do that." So if you have a mosquitoes problem, give them a call. They could take care of it. So here he is right now.
Hello, my name is Bobby Gutierrez, President CEO of X Pest Control. My cell number is area code 559-479-0485. I am your local pest management professional here in Madera, California. Hope to talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
It's a good friend of mine. Karen, do you have any pest problems besides your children?
No. We're on record. I can't say yes, but no, I don't. But we don't want mosquitoes around us for sure. So I haven't been
give
bit
Bobby
yet.
a call. The cat eats them.
Let the cat eat them.
Oh man, dude, I'm getting bit up right now. Like my legs, the bottom of my legs are just toggle. You guys at home don't have this problem.
Yeah,
but...
don't say that. Then we're all gonna get itchy.
All right, guys. So how long have you guys been training here?
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Mom, you signed
Well-
this up? When was this?
No, Georgie started. I want to say early 2019, and then Abby started. I want to say 3 months after, and a couple of months after Abby started, I jumped in with them.
Let's go down some of these pictures, guys. So you guys, of course, I remember when George walked in, really.
Oh my gosh, his goggles.
I know. George, what was your nickname for a long time here when you first started?
Goggles,
Why did they call you Goggles, dude?
because my sports glasses.
Yeah, he didn't care though, huh?
Nah, he was just happy, man. Honestly, I do remember the first day he walked in here.
It was during striking.
It was during striking, but and I've told this story over and over again. He kept dislocating his shoulder. Not his shoulder, his elbow.
What the
No,
heck?
it was his shoulder.
No, it was his
Abby did it.
elbow. And it happened about 3 or 4 times from age 1 to about maybe 3rd grade.
So like straight dislocating his elbow, or
I
was
guess
it shoulder?
it would pop out of place. Like his elbow would pop out, and then I would have to take him into Valley Children's, and then they would pop it back into place. But he had never tried any sports, and I was terrified. I was like, man, they're gonna break my little son. And
No, for sure.
but I remember when he walked in and he saw you guys on the mats, and he walked in and he's like, I want to be here. I want to do this. And
That's so cool. I still remember when he walked in, and I was like, "Oh man, this kid's so small." But
Yeah.
you had the biggest smile on your face, and I'm like, I welcome every kid in here. I love my kids' classes, and I was like another cool kid, whatever. And then next thing you know, he's like probably the top 10 favorites now. Like he's not number 1.
There's a list.
there's a list.
Georgie, is there a list in favorites?
Yeah. You keep on changing it every single time.
So what's the original list?
I don't know.
He lost track already.
No,
Couldn't
I-
keep up with the lies.
I lied to everybody, huh? Like, oh, you're like my top 5 all the time. What? Last week I wasn't even in. Last week you said I was your top 3.
Demoted.
This is a picture of Georgie when he got promoted to a gray white belt, right?
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that Georgie's the reason why you guys all started here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say he was the seed.
You tricked me into coming here. You said I had a doctor's appointment.
Surprise! That's how I roll.
And then shot in the arm.
Yeah.
We got young Jamie here.
Young Marco, actually, trademark. We got to start calling you the doctor now.
No.
Everyone giving the shots.
And that's our Matt Smith in the picture after Georgie got promoted, and myself. Let's see what else we got here, guys. This was after our kickboxing event, our first kickboxing event. Abby, like a proud mama bear, right there.
No.
The other day, I telling Abby, he goes, "You ready to fight?" And she's like, "No. Same monitor.
No fighting.
And I was all like, dude, like hyping her up, and she just
Straight face.
yeah, straight face. You're not gonna peer pressure me, Chris.
Yeah. I'll participate in the practice, but I won't compete.
I remember I remember when you first started how nervous you were because we spar every day, right?
Yeah.
Every day. And I
Yes.
remember when you hated to spar.
Yes,
you-
yes.
Yeah, you probably still do. You probably still do hate to spar, but just the like, oh my God, the anxiety in your face, me looking over, I'm like, she'll get over it one day. Like it's hard, huh?
Yeah.
Like what do you how old were you when you first started?
14.
15?
I think she had just turned 15.
Yeah.
15 and you're what,
Like 14, 15?
16 you're
Yeah.
16 now, huh?
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
be 17 soon already.
So like maybe 2 years? A year and a half maybe?
I think we're
That
going
I've
on.
been, yeah.
She's going on. I think we're past the 2-year mark.
What did you do before this, Abby? Like did you do have you done any sports?
I did sports for school.
Volleyball.
I did volleyball.
Fun?
And that was pretty much it. I didn't really do any sports at school. I did do band from 5th grade up until 8th grade, and then I was like, I'm gonna do band in high school. And then during the summer break, we have band camp
Mm-hmm.
where they just get all the band kids that are currently in high school and are going into high school, and they just like it's like a boot camp,
Right.
but like for band.
Right.
And we go out to the stadium and we practice. That band camp was like a few weeks.
Torturous though, I bet. Huh?
Yeah, it was very hot. It was very, I wouldn't say tedious work, but just a lot of practicing.
No, band, like I've had friends that were in band and then I've seen their band practices.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with color guard. Color guards
Yeah.
out there too, right?
Yeah, they separate. So it's just the main band, and
Right.
then they separate color guard, and then they separate percussion. So, and then after a while, they'll get everyone together, and then we'll practice the whole song that we've been given.
Right.
So I did that, and then I decided that I wasn't gonna go back.
It was just too much.
Yeah, I didn't show up for the next practice, and then my friends are texting me. He's like, "Hey, the band director." He's like, "Where'd she go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back." And then all my friends tell me, "It's like you endured the
worst
part of it, and then you left, and then it was gonna get easy." I was like, "Yeah, I'm good on band."
Dude, sometimes that happens. Sometimes like I get guys in here and they'll come on like the hardest day. Like I'm like, man, they came on the hardest day ever. But the thing is, it's like, hey, when you walk into the gym and you're new, like this is what's gonna happen, right? But
Yeah.
do you think so you went through something really tough and then like you're like, hey man, that's just not for me. And then I guess you came straight here, right?
Yeah, she signed me up for
Well,
this.
actually, so she wanted to do band anymore.
Right.
And I gave her a deadline. I'm like, all right, you got X amount of time to figure out what you
I
want
want
to
to
do.
do.
You're not just going to sit home. You got to figure something out. If
I could
not,
have stayed home and sat at home.
that wasn't an option. If not, you're going to gym with your brother. And, it was a kind of a blessing in disguise, I would say, because she ended up not wanting to do band. And then she chose a career path at school where band would have, it kind of would have interfered with some of the classes that she wanted. But anyways, long story short, she didn't find something to do and she ended up at gym and now she loves it. And, and going back to what you were saying, at the beginning, like when sparring would come up and I remember she used to tell me like, man, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Right.
And now,
I still get that. I still get that way. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this.
but you know what? Now when we spar, sometimes I'll throw it out there. I'll throw it out there like, hey, you don't have to spar. And then she's like, no, I want to spar. I want to do it. So she's come a long way, I think.
That's crazy. I think Marco had a question.
Oh, yeah. So I was just wondering, why did you feel as a mother that it was so important to get Georgie and Abby involved in like anything at all, because it is important, but I just want to hear what your thought process was of why you were so adamant of, I'm not going to let you stay at home and sit on the couch.
Yeah, I would.
Wait,
I would like to hear
before
this
you
as
guys
well.
answer that, I forgot to mention this is our Mother's Day special. And Karen, let's give her a round of applause. Karen is our unofficial.
Unofficial.
Yeah, well, basically, she's our team mom.
Oh.
She tells us all what to do. But
No.
anyways, back to Marco's question. Again.
Oh, so why did you feel that it was so important to make sure that these two were not just sitting down on the couch?
I come from a family of 5 kids. My parents were super strict. My brother was blessed with, he was a boy and he could do any sport and go to practice and all that. The girls were very limited on what they could do just because
Traditionally.
oh yes,
Yeah.
old school Mexican family,
Yeah.
girls couldn't be out there. But anyways, and then, most of the people know here, I am a single mom. I kind of carry my kids everywhere I go. If I do something without them, I feel guilty. But I just felt like it was important for me, number one, for my kids to be able to, if I'm not around, knock on wood. Oops, sorry. Rule number 1. But, I just wanted them to be able to take care of themselves. And if they're ever in a situation where they have to fight back, I'm very vocal about stuff like that. Like, I want to make sure that my kids are okay and they can fend for themselves. But the other thing was, I want them to stay active. I don't want them to be lazy. I want them to stay motivated. I don't know if because I'm a girl and I'm short, I'm very competitive.
Mean.
So, and mean. And honestly, like, I wanted them to just challenge themselves and just push themselves. And what better place than here?
Yeah. No. I again, guys, I know I talk crap to you guys all like every day, but I truly love you guys, and I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are part of my family, and I don't know what I would do without you guys sometimes, especially Georgie. Georgie's like I said, top 5.
I thought it was top 10. It's changing again.
Just moved up.
Exactly.
Georgie, I guess you never did sports because your mom holds you back a lot.
Wait a second.
No, but
Playback.
no, rewind.
Yes, exactly.
No, but you're pretty successful in my eyes, right? I mean, you've competed in both striking and kickboxing, right? Abby said that you don't want to compete,
No.
which is fine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yet.
We're learning.
Yet.
No, thank you.
Whatever it is, we're here to learn. We're here to grow and whatever. But George, how did it feel not ever competing before and then jumping into a tournament and then jumping into a kickboxing match and then jumping into a cage and doing a jiu-jitsu match in a cage? How crazy is it for you?
Pretty crazy.
You have fun in there a lot?
Yeah.
How does it feel when you go in there, you slap hands with the person, and then you're just like, oh, man, let's go? Are you pumped? Are you nervous? What is it?
Is it a combination?
Yeah, it's a combination.
How do you feel, dude? Like, tell us. How do you remember your first tournament?
Yeah.
It was jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel the first time you went on the mat?
Very nervous.
But were you confident? Like,
Yeah, I was confident.
what was going through your head?
I'm about to do this right now.
I remember that tournament well. You did very well. We're not going to talk about the details, but kickboxing too. Kickboxing's it's a whole different monster, huh? Competing. How did that go? Be honest.
Pretty good.
Did you learn?
Yes.
That's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. And then Mama over here, how does it feel when you see Georgie?
You know what? As much as I worry, he's blossomed. Honestly, like I'm super proud of him. Like you said, the first tournament, I remember like, oh my God, they're gonna break a bone.
Yeah.
My poor son's gonna get hurt, and he kicked butt, man. I was so amazed. Like
That's my mijo.
yeah, he was a natural. You know, I was surprised. So the fact that he walked out of there, you know, with a medal, and I think he had been like 3 months in, like he had started, and then 3 months later, you were like, hey, I think he's ready, and I was like, no, he's not. But I mean, you know, he did great, and with kickboxing, you know, it's like you say, and you say it over and over. You know, you lose some, you win some, but I mean,
he's the other way around.
That too. But I mean, he's growing and he's getting stronger and faster, and I mean, I'm a little nervous, you know, sparring with him sometimes because he's
I don't spar my kids. They beat me up.
He's quick. Yeah, he's real quick and he's sneaky, so I mean, I got to be careful with him, but I mean, I see a great future for him here with you guys.
It's all I don't push anybody to do anything. I just, you know, slightly grab the meat in the back of their arm and like, are you gonna do it? But I won't do that to Abby. Abby has no. she is not afraid of me whatsoever. She's just like, no. Abby.
Yes.
Let's go back to you.
Oh.
Who are these people in this picture? There's 4 of you guys here. It's
the 3. My best friends here. My best friends here.
At the gym.
Yes, at the gym. I don't know what I would have do. I don't know what I would have been like here if I haven't had met them. If I haven't had met Jenna first, I don't even know what would have happened.
Jenna's awesome, dude.
She really is.
She's awesome.
She's deadly.
Jenna, Joshua, and
Denon.
We named a whole corner of the gym the antisocial corner.
What? The teenagers.
You guys don't know that, but when you
now I know.
Yeah.
What?
Exposed.
As things come out on the podcast, things just come out.
Surprise.
Surprise. We used to call it antisocial corner when you guys used to sit on the other side by the fridge. We made fun of you guys.
Thank you.
Now you know.
Now
I know.
Now you know.
When you guys would look back at us, we'd be like, hey, that was us just talking about being a teenager and
talking smack.
We love you guys.
There's Georgie again with me and Coach Jose at a tournament. I actually lost that hat, guys. I don't know what I did with it.
How did you?
RIP. Story
it's
for another
misplaced.
Day. Again. Crazy bunch of kids. For me, for one, when I grew up, I didn't have a place like this. I mean, I remember begging my mom to put me into like karate or something like that. And I think that's why, because I grew up like on Karate Kid and
Ninja
Turtles. Now
Power Rangers.
Cobra Kai.
Well, now it's Cobra Kai. And I swear, like, I remember begging my mom to take me somewhere, but she couldn't afford it. And then we lived way on the country, so there was no way she could drive all the way back and come back. Realistically, she couldn't. But I love that, like, the core group of kids, teenagers that are here, that you guys are like, you guys have a place to come and like be yourselves a little bit, right? And grow into it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not super mean to you guys. I'm a little bit like mean, but I kind of let you guys grow on your own, because I know as a teenager it's rough because I know how it feels. You have your parents over here, you have school over here, you have friends all over around, and then you don't want a coach coming in and making it miserable. Am I right?
I just take it as sarcasm.
That's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
But that's Cammie right there. She's crazy. I don't know where she gets it from. She must get it from her mom.
Okay.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
What?
Yeah.
It's talking about. Do you think?
When was this picture taken?
I don't know.
Is such an interesting angle. What the French?
Old mats.
Okay.
Those are old mats.
That is old mats.
Have you learned have you guys learned all you guys, have you guys so I kind of base the gym like discipline, honor, respect, and loyalty. You guys are loyal, right? You guys are loyal people.
We are. I think we are.
I mean,
Georgie looking like what?
and then you guys carry yourself with honor, right?
Sure.
And you
Yeah.
guys, you guys
I
have
think so.
respect,
We
right?
do have respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the discipline part, people, I think, is what not you guys, but people in general have struggle with. Because I always say motivation is only going to get you started and it gets you so far. And then in order to keep on going, you need discipline, right? Do you guys feel like you guys are more disciplined here, like as people, like as outside of the gym, through the gym?
I think, Chris, and I've said
Did it help?
this. Yeah, it has. And I've said this even outside of the gym. You know, the people that talk to me or ask me about gym, like it becomes a lifestyle.
Yes.
And you apply it into your everyday routine,
Your schedule.
your schedule. You know, and like you were saying earlier, you know, that when you were young and your mom couldn't, you know, afford or, you know, take you or whatever. You know what I mean? And with these kids. Other than work, I mean, I think I'm disciplined and I make it a priority to make sure that they're here at least every day.
Right.
Every day. And I know that once I get off work, I have, you know, 35 minutes to drive home, rinse off real quick, change, and then have the kids ready to go. And we're here until what,
yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
all are. Georgie starts at 5:30, and then we get a 15-minute break in between the class, and then the adults happen, and then you always end up talking to everybody for 20-30 minutes, and then everybody does.
Yeah. Okay.
Teenager.
You too?
Yes.
You and Jenna?
Yes.
This is why we called it Antisocial Corner.
No, the reason why we talk is because we're waiting for them to be finished so we can go home.
I let them
Sure.
socialize.
No, it's not cap. It's true.
No.
No, but it's the lifestyle.
It takes discipline.
It does. It takes discipline.
It takes discipline.
And you know what? And they have their schedule at home. They know that by this time they have to be done with 1, 2, 3, be ready for gym, have their stuff ready, and then when they come home from gym, they know that jump in the shower, throw your clothes in the hamper, and then you get ready for the next day, have everything set up. So I mean, it's an everyday thing, and we live by it at this point.
This was a picture from our first kickboxing tournament. George had left here, but this was a really I think this was like a peak of the gym. Our classes were packed. COVID really affected us.
Yeah,
like
it did.
it really affected us, and this was the peak. We had a strong kickboxing class. We had a big jiu-jitsu. Our kids kickboxing was there. We're almost back to full strength, but it really affected us. This was our first show. Our second show, we did it. We almost talk about this every week. But March 7th of 2020 was our last kickboxing show. Do you remember, Jordy? You competed and then literally the next week, life got shut down.
Right.
Went into lockdown.
How did you guys handle all that? Being how we talked about, we were on a schedule. We were, we're used to coming home at a certain time. You did school, you did work, and then all of a sudden, everybody's life just got shut down. I mean, I was scared. I mean, everybody had like a little bit of fear in the beginning,
Right.
but then as time went on, it goes away. But
Yeah.
how did you guys all handle it?
I want to say, like you said, because we were like when we went to the last event. I mean, my kids were hyped. You know what I mean? I was hyped.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, like I said, it becomes a lifestyle, and I think that just motivated us, especially me. I mean, I went home and I'm like, man, everything shut down. So I went out and bought mats and a punching bag, and we
Right.
set up the garage. I mean, we didn't let that stop us. We were just kind of waiting for the reopening, you know what I mean? So we continued training at home. Maybe not as hard, but we kind of
Stayed
continued.
moving.
Yeah, we had to keep moving.
Yeah.
We didn't want to stop.
I tried, especially in the kids' classes. Georgie was there almost every time.
Yeah.
We did the Zoom thing. That was really hard, huh?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Zoom on the online was hard
Yeah.
for me.
We got the pillow. We got the gi on it.
Yeah,
Towel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then kickboxing, that like we were still trying to make it happen, trying to keep everybody together. And we did it for a short while, but it it's just it was crazy. It's crazy times. It was crazy times. Abby, did it feel weird not being around your friends that you're used to seeing all the time?
Yes. I was gonna go crazy in the house. I think I still am. I don't know. I'm gonna go crazy in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've
You
reached
never
that
know.
point yet.
This is her little escape, honestly, and even though I think the hardest thing is, what do they say? The hardest thing about getting to work is getting there.
Yeah.
So, but once she's here, and she hangs out
She's
with her
fine.
friends, and they start,
Punching each other.
punching and kicking, then it you just, she finds her little happy place here with the rest of the crowd.
Madeira Martial Arts 1v1 podcast and the CrossFit Madeira podcast are sponsored by X Pest Control. X Pest Control is your local exterminator offering affordable and effective pest control services, including termite inspection, bedbug removal, and more. It's also locally owned by Bobby Gutierrez. You can reach Bobby at area code 559-479-0485. That's area code 559-479-0485. We're also sponsored by the one and only, the delicious Rio Acai Bowls. Rio Acai Bowls are located in downtown Fresno at 1915 Fulton Street, Fresno, California. Open at 8 a.m., close at 7 p.m. Try Rio Acai Bowls today. Now let's get back to the podcast.
I just got I just lost this train of thought.
But first,
What did we end up on? Pandemic,
Yeah, training on their own.
training on their own,
Abby going crazy at home.
Abby going crazy at home. No, I had a question in my head. No, Marco has questions. All right, Marco, let's step in. Hey, young Marco, let's go. What do you got for them?
Georgie,
Yes.
you feel like a bad man at school? When you go to school, knowing that you can kick butt, knowing that a lot of these things that a lot of little kids at your school don't know, you ever walk around with your chest up a little bit?
No.
He
That's
is
good.
lying.
I am not lying.
Let me share a story with you, okay?
Not lying.
Let me share a
Sound
story.
effects. Ding, 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 ding.
You beat up a kid?
But no.
What?
No, absolutely not.
Did you win?
No, earlier you asked me, what made me get my kids involved. He probably doesn't even remember, but before he even started coming to gym, one day he won't remember. He came home with a mark on his face. Anyways, long story short, somebody had hit him at the bus stop.
Oh,
Actually?
When was this?
Yeah. He doesn't remember. He was little.
things come out on the podcast, guys.
Yes.
That's how hard they hit him. He don't even remember.
He don't even remember. But he came home with like a mark. I don't remember if it was like a scratch or like a little bruise. But you know me, I was like, "Who hit you,
What
son?
grade was this?
Tell me who did it." And then
He had to be, 3 years ago?
What
maybe?
grade was this? When
I don't
was
know.
this?
I think he was like in 3rd grade.
Georgia, what grade are you in now?
Okay, he
Fifth.
was like in 2nd grade maybe.
Okay.
But anyways, so I look back at that, and then, right before COVID hit, he told me that there had been a fight at school. So he was explaining the fight, and he was like,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
he was like, this is what I would have done. They shouldn't even have fought.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about
It was
that.
lame. He was like, it was such a lame fight. I would have done this, and I would have ended it. And I was just like, in my heart, I was like, my son.
It all started because he took his water bottle.
You see? But anyways, we're not gonna go into details because I don't want to put anybody on blast. But
But we could put people on blast.
no, not today.
Chris said things come out on the podcast. This stuff could come out right now.
Minor children, we don't expose them. But I was proud because I was like, cool. He's not even afraid. You know what I mean? He's very confident.
Yeah.
And it shows even in other sports. You know what I mean? So it just shows. So I'm proud. I'm proud of my son.
Abby, do you feel like, kind of like the same question, do you feel like you're a little bit more like, let me just put out this, Abby wouldn't hurt a fly, all right? Abby is,
Unless if I needed to.
unless she needed to. But the other day I was holding pads for her, and I was just like, she's getting a little bit better. and I told her that, and like, does your sometimes you do have to have, like, it does cross your mind, like, what if I do get in the fight, or like it I from
Man.
I'm not saying you will, because I know Abby's the type of girl. Abby's the type of girl they'll walk away from a situation unless she got attacked.
Unless I got attacked.
Unless she got attacked. But do you think you could? You think at this point you would be you'll know one or two moves to get you out of danger, to get out of danger?
Yes.
Like, if you had to just boom, like, get in and get out. Like, not, you're not going to sit there. Let me fight this guy.
Yeah.
You want a knee, a punch, and get out, right? Like, do you feel confident you could kind of defend yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like I could defend myself pretty good. It's like, if it ever happened, which I don't think it will, and I hope it doesn't.
I
But
guess.
if
I pray it doesn't happen. I really pray it doesn't happen.
You never, Karen, you say that, but Abby looks like the type of girl that would go batshit crazy. Sorry, bat crazy.
Oh.
Bat crazy.
Where's the censor button? Beep, beep.
Mark, make sure you mark that. Mark.
You know what? I don't even. I say, Chris. I say I pray to God it doesn't happen, because
Me too.
she's strong,
Yeah.
and I don't think she realizes that she probably could hurt someone.
Right.
And I think the same thing goes for, like, Jenna, when we were talking about it earlier. Like, I think if like for this one, because she has such long legs, I'm thinking, man, if she ever gets into a fight at school and if she just kicks a girl in the head, like, that girl is gonna go to sleep. And I don't even think this one understands that it would end so fast.
I don't need to understand. It just happens, and then
Yeah, but
She just falls.
but like I said, I'm hoping it never gets to that point.
No.
And we do talk about, like, hey, if it was to happen, try to walk away.
No, that's good.
But if it
Yeah.
doesn't, if they come after you, then you do what you gotta
No,
do.
because what I hate, and I'll just throw it out there right now. I hate when parents bring their kids. I want my kid to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, dude, that's like not what I do. Like, I don't
Yeah.
teach your kid how to fight.
Right.
I teach your kid
to defend themselves.
to defend themselves, and then teach them art. Like, they're here to learn a art. Like, I'm not. Yeah, they're going to learn how to fight,
Yeah.
but I'm not, like, if you come in with that mindset, like, this is probably not the place for your kid. Like,
Right.
in our Georgie, in our rule number 5 in the kids class, what is it?
Have fun.
Fighting's not really fun. Like fighting itself, it's fun, but it's not something we want to do every day, like in a physical fight.
But
Like,
you know what, Chris?
Yeah.
I think a lot of things parents don't understand or don't realize is that they're not learning how to fight or learning how to defend themselves. Like, the thing I like is that they learn a lot of moves to where if you restrain the other person
yes.
who's being the aggressor, you can end the situation right there and then. You know what I mean? So it's not all about fighting. A lot of it is about restraining, and if they happen to fall asleep in the process and they wake up not knowing what happened, I mean, and
That's why they forget it.
and then by
It
then
never
the situation gets de-escalated.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one of the things I like about my kids coming here.
One thing I'm seeing, and that I really want to give you guys props for, because that's my job. My job is to hype people up as a coach. Nah, not Chris's, just mine.
She was about to, like, he's the worst.
Different
he hypes you down.
Different methods. But I mean, okay, so Georgie, I'll tell you a story and how I started doing martial arts way back when, but I didn't stay as committed as you. So when I was 16, I got mugged at knife point. Yeah. And for the next 2 years, I was afraid to talk to people. I could not talk to people, which is weird because now you can't get me to shut up. But I couldn't talk to anybody, even online, on Facebook. I couldn't message my friends. It was weird. Like, I was really
When
anxious.
he first started here,
I was like, what?
when he first started here, he was just like, and I was like, dude,
Like that, huh?
yeah, like that. He used to flinch when I used to, like. Now he's like, he did it back to me.
So, all I'm saying is that I look at Georgie and I look at Abby, and I'm hearing everything you're saying, and I'm like, man, I'm really glad that I really doubt they'll ever have to worry about something like that, because when you go through when you go through something positive like this every day, and you get accustomed to just being a happier person, when you're around your family in general, I think you hold on to experiences like that a whole lot less, because I held on to it for a long time, because I didn't ever work out with my mom. I didn't ever get to work out with my sister. I never get to do half the stuff you guys are doing. And I'm seeing it, and I'm like, man, I'm so happy for these guys. I'm glad that you guys have the wherewithal to walk away, and you guys get to come here and what was it, rule number 4, number 5, have fun. I'm glad that it's fun for you guys. I don't know the rules. I need to hop into the kids class.
This one's for Georgie and Abby. Georgie can answer first. How does it feel? How does it feel having your mom train kickboxing in the adult class? Like, you always have to stay after, right? And then, but how does it feel like, oh man, that's my mom out there training, and then you see her spar at the end of the class, and then we spar a lot in the kids class, right? So you know how it is. And then you see your mom out there. Do you worry at all, or do you just put your head back down and play your video games?
No, I worry.
And then he puts his head back down and play video games.
You just look up, then look back down?
Yeah.
How do you feel, dude? But tell us.
I don't know.
You don't feel
know?
You feel worried a little bit?
Yeah. Just a little bit, and then I know that.
She could take care of herself.
Yeah.
Does it make you proud to seeing your mom out there spar and then handle business?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean,
handle business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it inspiring seeing your mom?
Yeah, knowing that we could pretty much do the same thing and spar like that. Okay. Yeah, it's. I do worry sometimes that she's gonna like hurt herself,
break her hip.
Break her hip.
Wasn't going into detail, but sure, yes.
No.
But at the
things
exactly.
Things come out on the podcast.
They do come out of the podcast, and I'm sorry to see that now. But I know that she could take care of herself and hurt people if she needed to.
Your mom's I always make fun of her and Kristen. I was like, they're so hard on themselves. They're probably my worst freaking, like, dude, shut up, you're doing fine type of people I have to talk to. And I was like, almost every other week I'm telling them, if I recorded you the first time you guys came in to now, you'd be embarrassed. So calm down. You're doing fine. How do you feel going through the whole progress?
You didn't record the first time we sparred.
No.
Right? Okay, good.
No.
I don't need to see that footage being resurfaced.
I mean, first of all, like, shout out to my girl Kristen as my gym wife right there, as my partner, my partner in crime. She completes me here at the gym. She's my. I mean, I don't know.
Your rock.
Yeah, she is my rock here. And then when she's not here, Abby's my rock. And then when Abby's not here, Jenna's my rock, and so on and so forth.
Tony?
Yes, Tony too. But man, I forgot what you're sitting out playing video games. But you know what, Chris? I remember when I started. I mean, I was pretty scrappy to begin with. Like growing up, and you walk in. You walk in thinking like.
What does that headband say about her, Marco?
I don't know, but the podcast will reveal it.
It's for keeping the sweat out of my eyes, guys.
I don't know. That headband kind of intimidating.
There's a deeper meaning.
No.
There's a deeper meaning.
And you know what?
We need to analyze.
That's where her being scrappy comes from.
No. And you know what? And my kids have seen pictures of me when I was pregnant and shortly after my kids. Like I have
those pictures.
I've always wore headbands.
How much hairspray did she use to use?
Next question.
I don't want to be grounded tonight. We're going to the movies tomorrow.
I know. We cleaned the house today so we can go to the movies tomorrow.
But you know what? You walk in here thinking, "Oh, I got this." And you know what? And I always say this to people that ask me, and excuse the language. You didn't know shit. From the stands to your body learns to do things that your body could do, and you relearn a whole other proper technique.
I always say it's like you're literally learning a new
another
language.
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I believe it, and I'm glad there's no footage of when I started. I probably
Same.
I was trying to hit a piñata blindfolded. I mean, I don't know, but in my head, I thought I knew what I was doing, and now, even when we spar, when we shadow box or whatever, like I feel confident. I feel like I've grown, as a person, as a fighter, as whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm addicted to it. And I'm happy. I'm happy.
I call it the bug. Like you catch the bug, and I mean it's hard It's hard to get away from it once you get it. I mean, and even in CrossFit, you catch the bug. Like, why am I addicted to this? Like, why?
You planted it there.
No, I know.
You
Like,
did, you planted
even myself, I'm like, why am I like this?
But you know
Am I
what,
right?
Chris? Like you asked my kids how does it feel to see your mom? Like my kids saw me, and I don't know if you remember when my kids first started coming here. I had just had surgery to the right side of my body, so I had hip surgery, shoulder surgery,
your
hand
hand
surgery. I mean, I
twice.
couldn't
Oh, you
grip.
remind me all the time. She reminds me all the
Oh
time.
yeah, but I mean, you just push yourself, and I think I went from letting my kids see me there all bandaged up to where I'm at now, and I mean, I think they would rather have a strong mom and not a mom like
Love it. I love it.
crutches
I love
or
it.
whatever.
You've never used crutches.
I don't know. I'm just being dramatic.
I just wanted to
No.
touch on that point. You made that point. Because you said, "Why am I like this?" You know. And Karen, I think you, Denon, and I did one of Andrew's 10 a.m.s, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think the reason that you get so addicted to everything here at the gym is because of the people, really.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Andrew's putting us through, like, going up from...
Andrew's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got it from.
Oh, yeah, I don't know
I
either.
don't know where he got it from.
But he was putting us through the ringer, and I remember looking at Karen, I'm like, dude, Karen, slow down on those combinations. I don't want to go back to the pads yet, But it's suffering together. It's this togetherness. So I don't know. Georgie, Abby, when you guys are in the classes, you guys ever have moments like that where you're like looking at the person next to you and you're like, dude, like what is this guy having us do?
We usually just look at the person next to us to figure out what we're supposed to do.
What's funny with Abby and Jenna? They're always partners until they have to spar.
Yeah.
But I always I get self-conscious because they're both looking at me like, you freaking jerk. like they have this
No.
they have this look on their face. Kristen and Karen, I see them having the same look, and I see Abby and Jenna looking at me, and I'm just like, okay, maybe we don't do that much stuff today. I'll tone it down, guys.
No, we know it's bad when Chris walks in saying, "Y'all gonna die today," and I'm like, oh. Like I already know the burrito I had for lunch was a big mistake when he walks in making that statement. I'm like, oh man, he's gonna.
Georgie,
work.
I never do that in the kids class, huh?
Yeah, because they're children. You don't walk into a kid's class saying, you're going to die today.
Georgie.
You don't do that.
Georgie, what's the toughest classes in here? It's kids class, huh?
Yeah,
You guys go hard?
I do.
Yeah.
He does go
What I'm
hard.
talking about.
Yeah.
Who's your so Georgie's funny. Him and Albert have recently became like best buds in the gym, and
Yeah.
no, the thing is like the Albert got really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same thing. He got really good. He came in here, got really, he was a real shy kid, and then his skill level rose both in kickboxing and
For
jiu-jitsu. And Georgie, the thing about Georgie doesn't like messing around. He does not like messing around. If there's a kid not paying attention, or if Georgie has to baby the kid, he's done. So Georgie goes and try to find somebody that's like also good. That's my partner.
Oh.
Am I right? Like he does not mess around. He was like, I'm not getting yelled at. You guys could get yelled at. I'm not.
Yeah. Not only that, I think he's just naturally competitive. Like
Yeah.
this kid,
There.
I want to say.
I wonder where he gets it from.
I don't know. Probably
Get
from
it
his
my mama.
from his coach, I guess. But
You
if
just say you were competitive.
I
did.
know. But I think that for him, he needs to be number one in his head. You know what I mean? But
I'm always number 2 in cross country.
No.
yeah,
What the French?
for now. But no, he's him and Albert. They've come a long way.
Yeah, it the other day in the kids class. Well, also, Karen started. I peer pressured her into helping us in the kids class. Abby's next.
No, peer pressure will get to me. It'll get to everyone else before it gets to me.
But every day I'd bug her. You gotta help. We need your help. And she's like, you're fine.
I have no comment about helping in the kids class.
But now that maybe a month and a half, 2 months, maybe.
Yeah.
How is that experience helping out in the class, in the kickboxing class?
I mean, I like it because I put a little more pressure on the kids, depending on who the kid is. Obviously not the super young ones, but like the older kids who are like 12, 13. I try to.
I seen that the other day.
Yeah.
You gravitate towards them.
Yeah, I do. And I mean, you know my background. I
Yeah.
worked with kids for many years, but I try to teach them, like keep your hands up all the time, and
Yeah.
and I'll throw random kicks here and there and making sure that their hands are up. So
You'll just randomly kick kids.
the older kids, not the
Okay.
younger kids.
Georgia, who randomly kicks kids?
You.
Y'all gonna learn today.
I'm
Keep your hands up.
I'm still undefeated in that class, huh, Georgie?
Wait, what?
I'm undefeated in the kids class.
Yes.
Unless they all gang up on you.
They try, huh, Georgie?
Yes.
But you know what? It's been a great experience so far, especially like the way the little girls look at me and the way they want to work with me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, they look up to me. They don't look up to me not because I'm pretty short, but they look up to me and they want to. There's a little girl in there and she loves just following me around and I love it. And I always tell her, keep moving, keep your feet moving, keep your hands up, and she does. And she's I want to say she's what, like 6?
Which one?
Ella, I believe. Ella.
Yeah, she's 6.
What's
yeah.
her the from Chachilla?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her brother's the
Eli, I think.
Eli, the
Yeah.
the real big kid.
Yeah. So
Yeah, she's cute.
His little sister, man, she is growing on me.
She's feisty.
Oh, Chris, she showed up the other day wearing a bandana. I was like, oh man, I was like, okay, I think I'm making a little bit of an
apprentice.
impact.
No. How are you doing that?
And she is feisty, man. She is a feisty little girl.
It's true. It's true, huh, Georgie? She gets Savannah over there too now.
Oh yeah, a little savvy. Yeah. Savannah.
Yeah, she's savage. George, how does it feel having your mom in the kickboxing class? Is weird, huh?
Not really.
No, you like it?
Yeah.
You like it now? You finally have you held mitts with your mom at all during the class? Because your mom, I'm just letting you know, she holding mitts is her Achilles heel.
I know it's hard for me.
It is?
She'd rather hit him.
I rather him. Yep. No, I think the only thing he hates about it, I think this last time I held for you, I was hitting you hard and you just gave me that look of like, bruh,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Because like, you knocked my glasses like that.
I know, but
You will knock the glasses off of
I
him?
may not be able to. Oh.
You're like that.
Like, what are you doing, bro?
In Chris's famous words, but did you die?
Yes.
Almost.
For a second.
No, but I want to say that's the only time I've noticed that he's been like, hey, what are you doing? Like, we're not even supposed to be doing that, but
Right.
with him, I can go a little harder with him because he's my son. But
So you just randomly hit him?
What else is new?
Yes.
yes,
All right, well, guys, I just want to thank you guys for being part of our Madera Martial Arts gym family. I really appreciate you guys. I look at you guys as my extended family.
likewise.
I thank you for trusting bringing your son here, and I thank you guys for putting up with me, Abby, because I know I'm difficult. But
Never said that. Never
I-
said you were difficult.
I know I'm difficult to deal with. I know that, and I really appreciate you guys. Georgie, you're a great kid. Keep working hard. Abby, keep growing strong. Karen, thank you for everything you do. We honestly sometimes, I don't know what we'd do without you. Me and Alicia, we run late because we all still have regular jobs. We do
Right.
this because we love it, and you there. You sometimes you help us check in the students, and you're there, and we really appreciate you guys
No,
a
well,
lot.
Yeah.
well, we appreciate you guys, and I want to thank you for allowing me and my kids to. It's a whole other new type of bonding experience I have with my kids, and I really do want to welcome other parents to join us and grow with us as a gym fam.
Cool. Marco, you got anything to say? Close it up.
I just remember every time you work out, you didn't die.
That's
You
right.
know, and you guys are honestly like a family to look up to. I think.
Thank you.
Goals. High key goals.
Hi.
Georgie's goals, Abby's goals, and Karen's goals. I
There
always
you
think
go.
that.
Yes,
No.
Queen.
Thank you
Raise
guys.
the roof, huh, Georgie?
Yes.
What?
Abby, do you got anything to close it out with? Your mom already said her piece. Do you have anything to say to close it out?
No. No
Do
comment.
you want to say
What she said.
Do you want to say hi to the camera and say, "Oh, hi, people"?
Hello, people.
Georgie, do you got anything to add? Say any shout outs to any gamer tags? Anything you want to
What?
throw out there?
No.
You want to say bye to the world?
Yes. Goodbye.
All right, guys. Me and Marco out. See you guys next time.
See you guys.
What was that?
Leave that in there. I hope you know.
No.